Good morning, everyone. I hope your Sunday is going great. Today I am going to show you 7 more of the counted and licensed kits I found on eBay. Alright, so please keep in mind I'm probably not going to be able to open any of these as I want them to remain sealed until I want to work on them. So today I took out pretty much all of the plant related ones that I currently have, and so that's going to be around 7 kits. I could have done more, but where I still have 3 kits on the way, I just kind of wanted to balance things out between these next 2 videos. So this is part 2 to part 1. I will put part 1 at the end of the video when those little icons pop up, the subscribe one and the watch this video one. I will make sure that one pops up there in case you're interested in seeing my first video. And I'm not going to be mentioning prices because they do vary greatly depending on where you look, where you live, and where you purchase or who you purchase from. But these all came from eBay. So this first one I thought was absolutely adorable. It does come on a blue Ada. It is 16 count, I believe. And I actually saw this one on a YouTuber's channel called I Stitch Birds. Her videos are very long and so relaxing, so if you like that, go ahead and check her out. She also does bake a little bit as well, so it's really fun to hear about these recipes that she makes that I've never tried before. So this one is 38 by 15 centimeters. It's kind of hard to show with the glare. And this is the company, and it's called Bullfinches. And here are some of the colors, and I hope that Ada is showing up for you. It is a very nice dark blue. And I just thought it was so cute. Look at them. I'm gonna try and angle it so you can see it. Alright, so I did buy a lot of bell pulls. I'm not really sure why. I think I just liked the shape and the designs they had more than the other kits. This one's by Billa, and let me see. I think that's the info. 14 count Ada, 5.4 by 26 inches, or 11.43 by 66.04 centimeters. And this one was just gorgeous. Like I said, I really just wanted the plants because I'm really big into plants, especially during the summer, so I thought this was gorgeous. And this is just like a little sample of it from right here. But it's so cute with all the different flowers and the hummingbirds, the butterflies, the dragonfly. And it does not come with the pole you need to hang it up, sadly. And it is just kind of a white Ada and some kind of toned down colors because, this one has the more natural look to it. So that was kit number 2. Kit number 3 is one of the first ones I bought when I started buying on eBay, and it's Jamlin, and it is grapes. I love the way grapes look in cross stitch. This one's 14 count, and it is 12 by 56 centimeters. Let's start from the bottom here. And I love how it labels them too. I think that's also what drew me in because it's all different grapes and they're labeled, and I kind of love botanical things that kind of label everything. and where it had the different grapes. It was just really nice to have that color variation in there, and I just thought it was adorable. And it is, again, white Ada, and this one is carded up. And I just love how subtle it is. I love them, they're so cute. And I don't know if, this is the first one, I don't know if the floss here is carded or not, but I do know that you have to sort it yourself on the second one I showed. Alright, this next one only has a tiny photo, and I'm not really sure how to, oh, my water bottle's so big it's in the way. It's more of a giant thermos than anything. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it is definitely an older brand. I don't think I've ever heard of it until I saw it a week or so ago on eBay. But, of course, more plants. Here, I'm gonna have to zoom in because holding it close makes it go blurry, but zooming it in works better. So these ones are labeled plants again on a really long bell pull. And you know, I love that. And this one just looks like it'd be simple and quick, and I can work on one at a time, which really excites me. And that one's the top one. So I thought this was just super cute. Let me zoom back out. There we go. And these ones are sorted for us, and these have a nice variation in the greens this time. And then some little pops of colors. This is actually pretty heavy. I believe this one might be even weave. I don't think it really says. Or is that linen? I don't know the difference between even weave and linen, but this is what it looks like. So I'm assuming it's going to be 2/2 when I stitch, but hopefully the pattern tells us when I get into it. But that is the fourth kit. Alright, these next three are going to be my favorites of this pile that I have, and I'm going to save, oh, I don't know. These last three are all my favorite, but I think these last three are also the best ones that I'm going to be showing you. Alright, this one is, I think it's by Something Special. Is that what they're called? And look at this! I love this. It has lovely little motifs around each one, and you know, it keeps it kind of in a monotone, which helps the fruits pop. So I think peach, plum, apple, pears, and I just love how subtle the colors are, but there's just something romantic feeling about this piece. And it's just called Still Life Fruit. It is 14 by 18 inches, and it has, I'm assuming, yep, that's 14 count Ada. Right, yep, and it's just white Ada, and you do have to sort this yourself. But look at all the colors. I love it. I love that they didn't go straight up orange for like the peaches or straight red for the apples. They put a lot of depth in it, and they kind of used like heathered versions of the colors in this, which I absolutely love for this floss and this image. This is absolutely one of my favorites. So cute. Alright, this second to last one. I have one other kit from them, or is it, I have 2 or 3 other kits from them actually. The first one I was working on was the hedgehogs with the mushroom, but as you know, I put that one aside and decided to stop working on it. They do show you some of their other kits on the back, which is always fun to kind of get a look at those. I think only these 2 would be ones I would consider though. So anyone. Anyway, this one is 14 count on black Ada, and it tells you how many colors it has and that it's organized, which you can see. And from what I understand, Riolis is known for giving you a lot of extra floss. So this feels really bulky. This is gorgeous. It's mystical, whimsical. It has the plants, it has animals, and it has this cool, amazing, mysterious feel to it. Like, I would love to go on a walk somewhere that looks like this. It's absolutely beautiful. And it is not full coverage because remember, it's on black Ada. There's just so much to this one. It's so cute. I love this so much. This one just makes me so happy. And as with always with Riolis, it is a wool acrylic blend. Well, I'm not sure if that's always, but they're known to have wool acrylic blends. And this one's called Forest Spirit. So you can kind of peek the black Ada back there. Yeah, I just thought it was so cool. Okay, this last one has actually been, I think it's been repackaged. So I'm just gonna take it out of here and put it, because I'm gonna put it in a smaller bag that fits this more. So I'm just gonna take this one out and we can actually dive into this one. Okay, so they did repackage this because it is damaged, like it has been cut open. And this one is gonna look similar to you, and I'll explain why once I show you the image. So this one's actually 2 cross stitches in the same kit. Here's the first one. And here's the second one. Alright. So the reason these look familiar is because in my last video from, I believe, VIP Cross Stitch, I think it was VIP Cross Stitch, I had those 2 spring kits that were also Lotus Plants. They're not the same, obviously, but it was similar, and I really do love Lotus Plants. And when I saw a double kit that came with 2, of course I had to get it. So, and this time I didn't have to buy 2 separately because they came together in the kit. So I didn't spend extra just to get this, but I love it so much. I don't get what that's all about. I'm sure the pattern might explain it, but I just thought that was a little weird. But I love these so much. And they are bell pulls, obviously. All right. So with this pattern, it looks like you do have to organize it yourself. And it's showing you how to find the center. And this is Billa. Just cardboard. I see paper. Cardboard. Oh, it's for framing. I was like, what cardboard is in this kit? So, with this one, unfortunately for me, this is about the size. It does have a salvage edge. I hope that was accounted for. Ooh, this is very nice and soft, actually, and I love the variegation in this. But you do have to cut this down the center to get your 2 pieces. And it looks like it might need a tiny bit of ironing before I get started. And this appears to be 14 count Ada to me. I love the way this feels. Oh my gosh, this is like the nicest feeling fabric I ever had from a kit. It's not firm or rough at all. This is nice. But yeah, it shows you right here too that you need to cut it. What's going on with the difference in heights there? Aren't these supposed to be like sister kits or twinsies like me? Alright, let me... Okay. I'm not sure why there's a difference in height. You can see right here, it tells you have to cut it in half before you start stitching. I'm talking about cording. I can't read any of that, so... Does this open? This feels like this opens. Oh, it does. Oh, there's nothing in there. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, I don't know what that really says. So this is just some of the chart. Obviously, I'm not going to show you all of it. It is black and white with the symbols. Ugh, that one's going to be rough. That one hurts my eyes to look at. And what's over here? Cording instructions. What? What? Well, I mean, it would help if it had words. Or like English to it. Okay, there's nothing in there. I mean, I'm sure it'll be easy to figure out, but I also might just finish this up my own way. I don't really see anything on here that really indicates what's going on there. But if you know, please tell me, because it doesn't look like it's meant to be pocket or anything. It looks like it's just stitched like that, which is a little odd to me. Kind of an eyesore, if I'm being honest. Yep, this has nothing on it. Alright, let me put this back. They're cute little cards. There's spaces to write the DMC on it. I am terrible at organizing colors. I don't know how I'm going to figure out what is what. So if you have any tips on that as well, please let me know, because I've never sorted floss before. I mean, it could be fun, but I'm also a little bit scared. And it looks like we have, it doesn't really look like Krynic. It just kind of looks like really thin gold ribbon. I'm not sure what's on with that, but, you know, I have a ton of Krynic here. So, and some Mill Hill beads. One of these is discontinued. I think it's this dark purple here. What's it called? I know this one's plum, gray, the white, and I have multiples of them all, but I'll go over that in a second, because I do want to show you guys my mother's birthday present WIP that I'm currently working on. So let me sort myself out. Okay, let's see. Come on, let's get back in there. Okay, so I did use my own floss card to kind of sort this and put scraps of the Krynic on. And I labeled it on the back side, not the front, but my handwriting sucks, so I'm not going to show you all of that. But I do want to show you this color palette and how pretty I think this is. And these are all floss from my collection, with the exception of these three, because these are DMC variations or blends or whatever. So I did get 40-30, 42-40, and oops, not this one actually. It's down here, 40-20, because it did call for these, and I am doing this as called for, except for, no, I'm doing it as called for. But I do have an issue here. I'm not sure what happened with mine. This was supposed to be like a lighter blue, but it looks almost white. Okay, so if you saw when I opened the, what are they called? They call them like fabric stickers. It's for those pillows that come in a spring kit. It comes stamped with something on it, and I washed that off, and I decided I was going to use it and put my own design on that pattern, or on that pillow, jeez. And so I'm doing a Moon Woman I mean, it doesn't bug me too much that it looks white. It only bugs me when you get to over here because the flower has like none of the blue in it. And it's really hard to show you that white Krynic in there. But I think I'm going to keep the flowers the same as this one because I don't want to rip this all out. And then instead of using this color, which is also in the moon down here and up in the owls, I think I'm going to switch to like the lightest baby blue I can find and use that in the moon and in the owls so they aren't so white and there's more definition from them compared to the rest. I am a little sad when I realized she's coming out much brighter, but my mom did used to collect dolls that look exactly like this sort of face, so I think it'll be fine anyways because I am also on a time limit. I don't want to undo this all. And her lips are stitched beautifully, and there are going to be beads and stuff in here. Her nose came out cuter with stitching. Her eyes were a pain in my butt to stitch. I don't know if you can see all that Krynic in there. I think she's going to be absolutely gorgeous when she's washed and ironed. So I did use all of the colors. Those are the variations I have. I have all the Krynic, and it does tell you on this page right here how much you need of each of those Krynics. Originally I did not notice that, so I only bought one spool of each, and then I saw how small they were, and I'm like, okay, something's not adding up. And then I noticed that I need multiple, and I did go back, and fortunately they had some of, I think it's the Purple Mambo, because it was discontinued and I didn't know if they were going to have any stock left after I first bought it, but thankfully they did. So hopefully I have enough to complete this as requested or required. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to get the corners, but as of right now, it does look like they are all going to fit. We'll just see where I am for time. So I'm going to do the borders last if I do have time left to do it. And then over here, I have both of these Mill Hill beads as well. And I think this is the first time I'm using actual Krynic and Mill Hill beads. I'm hoping it comes out good because she's absolutely gorgeous. I do gotta say, with the sample photo of her though, it does have like a color filter over it, so it's really hard to gauge what the colors should be looking like. But I think she's gonna be gorgeous regardless. I think the charting is a little weird because 40/20 does not actually look like that. But you know, I get it, contrast. I still think she's gonna be cute. Even though this looks more like the 40/30, which is, I don't know. If you reversed them, they would look more accurate. I kind of want to do that, but I don't want to mess it up, you know? So I'm just going to trust it. And if you're wondering what book this is, I got this off of Amazon used, obviously. And it's Bewitching Cross Stitch by Joan Elliott. Is it Joan or Joanne? I don't know. Joan. Okay, but it has all these beautiful ones. It has mini ones in it. And there's actually, hold on, let me go shut my door. There's actually a, I want to call it a sister or brother piece. All right, let me, well, I mean, I guess, so this one doesn't look like it really has the filter on it. And her face looks pretty white in this one too. But it also looks more defined. But to be fair, they probably have more sunlight than me. I also don't have all the beads and the French knots. There we go. I forgot what they were called in them. So this photo looks like it does not have the filter. This one actually does look more accurate. I do want to say though that this still looks backwards to me. It's fine though. It's fine. So I'm sure if I brought mine into sunlight, she'd look better. It is kind of dark in here. It also looks so cute. Anyways, so this is her. Oh, I guess she does look right. What photo was I looking at then where I was so concerned? Well, you can see, anyways, it is a washed out photo. And I don't know why it's so washed out. And it makes the back stitching look way darker. I don't know what editing they did on this photo, but the whites are too white and the shadows are way darker. So they definitely did edit this photo, which was a little frustrating when I'm trying to compare and do all that other stuff, because she does look different for me. Anyways, so this is the moon, Mother Moon. And I don't really remember what page he's on. Definitely went, oop, goodness. And Father's Son. And I didn't even notice he was in this book until I started Mother Moon. So I might actually buy the same kit I washed, or the same fabric sticker I washed for her, for him. And I did check in the books before picking which cloth sticker to use, because in that review I did mention some of the designs are different sizes. I checked the stitches on the fabric that I'm using for Mother Moon, and I compared it to the sizes they list up here for the pattern, and she was gonna fit almost perfectly. And now that I see him, I really want to do him, but let me tell you, I already spent over $100 on the supplies to make her, because let me tell you, the discontinued colors were not cheap. Oh, and that's counting all the flosses, the fabric I'm using for her, the Krynics, the variations, the beads, all of it. So it did run me a little over $100 so far. Let's hope I'm done spending for that. And I will tell my mother, I'm gonna whoop her. I'm gonna whoop that butt if she uses it for anything other than as a decorative pillow. But I want to do him too for her at some point, because it's a companion piece. But I don't want to spend all that money again on Krynic and beads, you know? It's pretty, but I don't want to spend that money again. Though he does seem like he'd be a little bit simpler, but I don't know. Anyways, so that is what is up with all these colors and the Krynic and beads. So I hope you guys enjoyed what I showed and shared with you today. Let me know what you think about anything I showed. What one's your favorite? Would you ever do a cross stitch as called for and get looped into it before realizing how much it's gonna cost you to complete it? I hope my mother appreciates this. I'm sure she will. I'm excited to finish it. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. Well, thank you guys for clicking on my video today. You know what to do, and I will see you in the next one. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Bye.